both in frame?
We're both in the frame.
Okay.
If you need to, you can lean in a little bit more.
Okay. Ready?
Yes.
Hi, welcome to Learn to Lead with Mary Sheehan. And today, once again, I'm joined by my lovely daughter, Jaynanne Sheehan, from the blog post. What is your blog post name again?
Just one post.
Your blog called
Well Spent.
Lead to Soar. That was
Sort of
the
lead.
blog.
No.
Yeah. Well spent. Okay. So I talked about in my last video this notion of communitas. And in a nutshell, that is when a person goes through some sort of rite of passage, they come back to the community welcomes that person, wants to know how they've learned and grown, and wants to use that insight they got from that rite of passage for the greater good of the community. And I was making the argument that what we have been through is a collective rite of passage, but we had no communitas to come back to. So I thought today we would talk about 3 ways to build communitas at work. One is serious, one is fun, and one is silly. Because why not, right?
Why not? I think that's maybe part of what we're missing is having a little fun with it.
I think we always have fun.
Because now we put community and building a family so corporate. We've lost the warmth to it.
Oh, you think?
I think.
Oh, okay. That's a really good point. Okay, then these things, should we start? We should still start with the serious one, though.
No, I think it should be serious, but, you know.
Something serious, something fun, and something silly.
Yes.
So the serious thing, a way to build communitas, which is a little bit bigger than community. It's like kind of the essence and the spirit of helping the next person be all they can be, is mentorship.
Oh.
Yeah, and I think mentorship is lacking. At least it's lacking in my industry of healthcare, and that's why I created my leadership program to kind of fill in that gap. Your industry is
in IT, and
you have a much bigger company than I came from. Is there mentorship in your company?
Yes, I think, but I do not currently have a mentor other than my manager. Which is a manager your mentor, or
I think it can be.
Can be. Then maybe, but I am looking for other mentors.
Do you want a mentor? You said no.
So wanting to mentor.
Do you want one? You said no, I need one.
I need a mentor.
Why do you think you need one?
Well, all of the people that I would say are closest to mentoring me are male, and I think I should have a female mentor.
Oh, yeah.
For some perspective, and I'm in IT, and a lot of people higher up in the company are male. So it would be good to connect with those that are female.
I think that's really smart.
Yeah.
Yes. And Mel Butcher would agree. And the women that she has her podcast with, because that's why she created it, it's for women in male-dominated industries. Women in male, so that they have some support.
Yeah, right.
So how would you go about finding one?
Oh, gosh.
Oh, right. Because now I'm going to hold you to it. Now you got to go find yourself a mentor.
Oh,
Look out,
man.
Jaynanne's company.
I'm coming for you.
You're going to go screaming through the halls. I need a mentor. What do you do?
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I have a couple people in mind.
That's great.
But I don't know if I should just ask them, can we meet every 2 weeks to talk about my work, what I'm going through?
I think it'd be... Before you ask them to mentor you, you'd want to be like very, considerate and see what their workload is, if they're interested in it. So why not just set up a time to talk first?
Yeah.
Just to get to know them.
And what should I ask to know if they'd be a good mentor for me?
Well, just start talking and like, hey, have you ever mentored any other young women in the company? Did you have a mentor in the company? Did you find it hard being a woman in this company? Stuff like that. And let them go.
Well, and I was going to say... I know people that are on their way to becoming managers actually have to mentor someone. So I've been approached by someone before saying, hey, I need a mentee. Would you be interested?
But it wasn't a woman that asked you.
No, it actually was, but she had moved on to a different role. So we didn't stay in contact.
So that was foreshadowing.
Yeah, maybe I should see what she's doing.
Definitely. Okay, so that was the serious thing, to get yourself a mentor. And if you're like me and you didn't have one, you may have to look outside of your job to help you develop the skills if you want to be successful in your career, grow in your career. So that was the serious thing. Okay, the fun thing. I love this. And I've not done this, and I'm mad at myself for never having done it. Okay, this is from Shawn Askinosie. You know, we always have the Askinosie chocolate in the house. He wrote a book called Meaningful Work. It is what is the subtitle to that? Oh, A Quest to Do Great Business, Find Your Calling and Feed Your Soul. So Shawn Askinosie was a lawyer turned chocolate maker, and he had this great thing that he did. In some workplaces, they celebrate team members' birthdays.
Yep.
I know some pharmacies I worked with, they did that. Have you ever been to a job like Aladdin's where they've celebrated birthdays?
Yeah, or they announce that it's this person's birthday and, let them talk or share something about their year.
Oh, okay. Well, what Shawn did, I think, was really great in his company. Instead of a birth date, they celebrated an employee's hire date. And here's how they celebrated. They celebrated by everyone in the company that worked with that person writing something down, an accomplishment or a trait or something they really liked about that person whose hire date it was, like birth date, hire date, and then that person got to either listen to it or read it themselves. And I just thought, that is so different than a birth date. It's like, this is when you joined our community.
Yes,
and we are going to celebrate the day you were born unto us in our business. I love that.
And that is building, I would say, more Communitas, because the hire date is when everyone can relate. We all went through the hire date. I mean, yes, birthdays, but building the community that we are now, that is the one common ground in how we got to where we are.
Great point. Okay. So that was the fun thing. Now the silly thing.
Which sounds a lot like fun, so I'm interested where this is going.
Oh my God, the silly thing. I had this idea during the phase when Slumdog Millionaire was really popular. Did you love?
Yes, I did.
Who didn't love Slumdog Millionaire, right? And in Bollywood, at the end of the production, when they wrap at the end of the movie, all the cast sings and dances. And who doesn't love that song, Jai Ho? So for a very short time, I thought at the end of our shifts that we should sing and dance. Something simple, but none of us could sing and none of us could really dance. And sometimes I would just do it by myself or just take a victory lap around the OTC aisle. But sometimes we change it. Like I would try at the end of every shift to just tell everybody, we killed it, we did a good job. Just some like little, closing the day ritual.
Usually it's a pre-shifting. You probably do that, but closing...
I like that.
Oh, okay.
It's not unlike my get the thank you.
I would love to see some dances from people.
Maybe that would bring some more joy back to the workplace. Okay, find a mentor or be a mentor. Celebrate hire dates. And maybe consider an end of the work shift or end of the work day ritual.
Like a dance. I want to see the dance.
All right. Thanks for joining me, as always, Jaynanne. So much fun.
All
right, thanks for watching. Peace.
Peace.